Every time you think of her, it's like the same scene plays on repeat, isn't it? The memories, the conversations, it's the way she made you feel. It's all stuck in your head, like a movie you can't stop watching. But here's the harsh truth. If you keep clinging to what's already gone, you'll never make space for what's waiting for you. Let's break this cycle. Today I'm going to show you how to let go of her for good and make sure you never look back. Let's be real. Letting go of someone isn't about simply forgetting them. If it were that easy, you wouldn't be here. The truth is, letting go is a process. A messy, uncomfortable, yet absolutely necessary process. Think of it like tearing off a bandage that's been stuck for too long. It stings, sure, but keeping it on will only make things worse. The first step, understand why you're holding on. Ask yourself, is it the person you miss or the version of yourself you felt when you were with them? Sometimes we cling to people because they filled a void we didn't even realize we had. Maybe she made you feel valued, unseen, or even just less alone. But here's the catch. Those feelings didn't come from her. They came from you. She just happened to trigger them. By realizing this, you start to separate who she was from what you're truly craving. And that separation is key. Because when you figure out what you're really searching for, you can start giving it to yourself. Now that you've identified why you're holding on, it's time to face the hardest part, accepting the reality of what is. Too often, we romanticize the past, replaying the best moments and ignoring the red flags. But if you're stuck here, there's a reason. Something wasn't working, and deep down you know it. This is where brutal honesty comes in. Write it down if you have to. List every reason why the relationship ended. Don't sugarcoat it. Was she dismissive of your feelings? Did she take you for granted? Did the relationship drain you more than it fulfilled you? Be specific, even if it hurts. The more clearly you see the cracks, the harder it'll be to keep idealizing something that wasn't built to last. Now, here's the truth most people don't tell you. Closure doesn't come from her. It comes from you. Stop waiting for an apology, an explanation, or some magical moment where everything feels resolved. That moment isn't coming. And even if it did, it wouldn't fix what's broken. Closure is a choice. It's deciding that you deserve peace, even if she never gives it to you. This is where you draw a line in the sand. Look at the facts, not the feelings, and remind yourself why moving forward is the only option. Every time you feel yourself slipping back into what-if mode, return to that list. It's time to take action. Letting go isn't just about shifting your mindset. It's about making real, tangible changes in your life. Think of it like cleaning out a room that's been cluttered for too long. You can't keep everything and expect to feel free. Start with the obvious. Remove her triggers. Delete the photos, the texts, the saved playlists. Unfollow her on social media. Yes, it feels harsh, and yes, it might sting in the moment. But trust me, keeping those remnants only drags out the pain. You don't need constant reminders of what's no longer part of your life. It's like trying to heal a wound while poking it every day. Next, reclaim your time and energy. When we lose someone, we often find ourselves stuck in a loop of overthinking and obsessing. Break that cycle by filling your time with things that challenge and excite you. Start a new hobby, hit the gym, reconnect with friends you've neglected, or dive into that project you've been putting off. It's not about distraction. It's about rediscovering the parts of yourself that existed before her. And here's a big one. Set boundaries with yourself. You're going to feel tempted to check in on her, ask mutual friends about her, or revisit old memories. Don't. Every time you do, you're reopening a door that needs to stay closed. It's not just about staying away from her. It's about protecting your progress. Now let's dig deeper because letting go isn't just about cutting ties with her. It's about reshaping the way you think and feel about the entire situation. Right now, your brain is wired to associate her with comfort, happiness, or even purpose. But here's the thing. Those feelings weren't hers to give. They were always yours to create. You're just in the habit of attaching them to her. This is where reframing comes into play. Think about it. Every heartbreak has a lesson buried within it. What did this experience teach you? Maybe it showed you what you value in a relationship, or what you won't tolerate ever again. Maybe it taught you to recognize your own emotional needs. Or maybe it revealed parts of yourself that need growth. Whatever it is, focus on that. Shift the narrative from I lost her to I found something I needed to learn. Let's go a step further. Visualize your future self, the version of you who's completely moved on. Imagine him waking up in the morning feeling peaceful and free. Picture him pursuing his goals, laughing with friends, and attracting people who truly value him. That's who you're becoming, and every painful step you take now is building that person. Here's an exercise to help solidify this mindset. Write a letter to the her in your head, not the actual person, just the version of her that your mind keeps clinging to. Tell her everything you feel: anger, sadness, gratitude, whatever comes up. Then end the letter with a goodbye. Let her know that you're choosing to move forward, not because it's easy, but because it's what you deserve. Once you've written it, destroy it, rip it up, burn it, whatever feels symbolic to you. And don't stop there. Start journaling your progress. Each day, write down one small step you took toward moving on. It could be as simple as making it through the day without checking her social media or starting a book you've been meaning to read. These small wins add up, and they serve as a reminder that you're capable of growth, even when it doesn't feel like it. Another powerful tool: gratitude. I know it sounds cliche, but hear me out. Gratitude shifts your focus away from what's missing and toward what's present. Every day, list 3 things you're thankful for. It doesn't have to be big. Something as small as a good meal, a sunny day, or a friend's support can do wonders for your mindset. The more you train your brain to notice the good, the less room there is for thoughts of her to dominate. And let's talk about forgiveness, specifically forgiving yourself. Maybe you feel like you messed up, like you could have done something differently to save the relationship. Or maybe you stayed too long, ignored the signs, or let her take advantage of you. Whatever it is, let it go. Beating yourself up won't change the past, but it will weigh down your future. You're human. You made mistakes, but so did she. The important thing is that you're learning and growing from it. Finally, focus on building your self-worth. Heartbreak has a way of making us question our value, especially if the relationship ended on bad terms. But your worth isn't defined by someone else's ability to see it. It's something you cultivate within yourself. Start by doing things that make you proud, whether it's hitting a fitness goal, learning a new skill, or simply showing up for yourself every day. The more you invest in yourself, the less power her memory will have over you. Now that you've begun to reframe your mindset and rebuild your sense of self, let's talk about the most critical step: looking forward, not back. This is where true healing happens. First, understand this: moving on isn't a straight line. Some days you'll feel like you've made incredible progress, and other days the memories will creep back in, making you feel like you're starting over. This is normal. Healing isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Each time those feelings resurface, remind yourself that they're just echoes of the past. They don't define your present or dictate your future. Start setting goals for your future self, not to get over her, but to create a life that excites you. Think about the kind of life you want to live, the kind of person you want to become. Maybe it's a career you've been dreaming of, a skill you've always wanted to master, or a lifestyle change that feels empowering. Write these goals down and break them into actionable steps. Every time you work toward them, you're proving to yourself that your future is brighter than your past. And don't underestimate the power of your environment. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, challenge you, and remind you of your worth. This isn't just about friends and family. It's also about the media you consume. Read books that inspire you, watch content that motivates you, and follow people who radiate the kind of energy you want in your life. One of the most underrated aspects of moving on is giving yourself permission to feel joy again. It might sound strange, but after heartbreak, it's easy to fall into the trap of guilt, like enjoying your life somehow diminishes the love you once had. Let go of that. Allow yourself to laugh, to feel excitement, to find beauty in the little things. Joy doesn't erase the past, it enhances your future. Finally, make peace with the idea that you may never have all the answers. You might not fully understand why things ended or why she acted the way she did, and that's okay. Life is full of unanswered questions, and part of moving on is learning to live without needing every piece of the puzzle. Focus on the one thing you can control, your own growth and happiness. Letting go isn't about erasing her from your memory. It's about reclaiming your power. It's about stepping into the next chapter of your life, stronger and ready to embrace whatever comes next. So here's your final takeaway. The past doesn't define you. She doesn't define you. You define you. And the moment you decide to stop looking back is the moment you start moving forward. If this helped you even a little, hit that subscribe button or check out the next video that's waiting for you. You've got this.